Hi everyone, welcome to the ServiceNow Tips and Tricks webinar for notifications. This was originally done on September 6th, but there was an issue with the recording. There was a technical problem, so I am re-recording this today. And since I'm re-recording it, I am the only presenter today. My name is Rebecca Jones, and I am with the Connect Carolina Change Management team. And I also do some work on the ServiceNow project. Today's agenda, I'll be talking about notifications. I'll be talking about allowing notifications, notification channels, notifications by category, and also setting notification filters. We always like to mention that we have a ServiceNow public Teams site, and we would love for you to join if you haven't already. So if you haven't already joined the Teams site, this is how you do it. Go to Microsoft Teams and click on the Teams icon that is on the left, and then in the upper right, click Join or Create Team. In the search Teams field, then type in ServiceNow and press return. Then you'll see the ServiceNow icon. Go ahead and hover over that and click Join Team. And this is a great resource for ServiceNow. It's a great place to gain knowledge and share knowledge, ask questions. It's not only the project team that is answering questions, other fulfillers out on campus are able to answer your questions. So this is a really great resource. A lot of webinars are posted here. So please go ahead and join if you haven't already. And there's also the ServiceNow website, and it's constantly getting updated. And this webinar is also posted there. You'll find some other good resources. You can learn about the project team here. And that website is servicenow.sites.unc.edu. So when you get a chance, go ahead and please check that out as well. Okay, so today I'm talking about notifications, and just wanted to start off with a couple neat facts. ServiceNow has over 300 notifications. That's a lot. And we don't currently utilize all of them, but there are 300 notifications that ServiceNow can offer. We are currently using 67 of them. So currently 67 active notifications are going out to fulfillers. Now that's not to say that you're getting 67 emails to your email box regarding one thing. There are 67 different notifications depending on what you're being notified about. And there are 11 notifications, same idea, going out to customers. So the ServiceNow team has already updated the service request notifications, and they are currently also working on the incident notifications. When they are all finished and updated, a knowledge article will be published, so you can go ahead and read about them. And a lot of you are submitting requests for notifications, which is wonderful, and we encourage you to still please do that. Just wanted to let you know that the changes that are being made to the notifications are being made across the ServiceNow platform. So changes that will work for everyone. So unfortunately, if you're just looking for something super specific to your group or your department, the change may not be made because, again, they have to keep in mind the entire university when they're making the changes to the notifications. But please do still send in your requests and suggestions, because you never know, it might end up working for everybody. So just wanted to let you know that, but please please still do submit your requests and suggestions about notifications. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into it today. The notifications demonstration. Give my screen a chance to load. Okay. So here I am on my main screen of ServiceNow, and to get to the notification settings, you want to go to the upper right corner of your screen and click on the gear icon. That is the settings icon. So now it just opened up a window. It says general up at the top. This is for general settings, but I want specifically notification settings. So if you go to your menu on the left, you'll see on the bottom notifications. Go ahead and click on that. And here we go. So up at the top, we have a search notifications field, which we will use in just a couple minutes. But first, I wanted to point out this allow notifications. This is the master switch for your notifications. Currently, it's green, which means it's on. But if I turn it off by clicking on the left side of this rectangle, sorry guys, there we go, it turns gray. And this now turns off all notifications. I can't turn them on anywhere else. If this is off, all notifications are off. So unless you don't want to receive any notifications at all, which could be a little dangerous, but just depends, you probably want to keep this on. And actually, before I turn it back on, there was a notification down here that was on, but when I turned the allow notifications switch off, this one down here turned off automatically. So watch what happens to that when I turn the allow notification switch back on. There we go. And notice that that just turned back on. So that's allow notifications. Again, that is your master switch for notifications. So since I was just talking about this one down here, let's go ahead and address this notification channels section now. So notification channels is just a channel being a way that you receive notifications. And right now I have primary email, secondary email, I have something for a mobile app, I have a couple more testing, texts, and that's just because I've been playing around in this. But chances are you might just have primary email. So how did I end up with all these other channels? You can click on this plus button right here that says create channel. And now it says new channel. And I already had a primary email channel. I had a secondary email channel. And now I'm just going to call this my third email channel. And the type, you can only choose SMS, which is a text, or email. And since I'm naming this my third email channel, I'm going to switch this to email. And again, notice you do have 4 options here: email, instant message, SMS, and voice, but we are only using email or SMS. So I'm going to click on email, and I'll enter an email address. That's not actually a real email address, but whatever email address you put in there, please do make sure that it is a unc.edu email address. And I'll go ahead and click Save. So now I have primary email, secondary email, and here we go. I named my third email channel. It's down here, and it's automatically turned on. So let me just go back up. This primary email, let's see what's behind that. I'll just click on this arrow. And here we go. Here's the name. It's called primary email. I can change this if I want. You can name this whatever you want. I can name it number 1. Whatever works for you. No one else will see this except for you. And it's an email. I still want my primary channel to be an email, so I'm going to leave that. And my email address, yes, that's fine. And I'll click Save. And go back to my notifications. And now here it is down here. Number 1. Okay, now I said you could also add an SMS channel. So let's go ahead and create an SMS channel. I'll click the plus button. And I'm going to name this texting 2, only because my other channel I've already created when I was playing around with this was called text. So I'm just making up any old name. The type SMS, yep, that's correct. And then you need to type in your phone number and also your service provider. And hopefully you see yours here in the drop-down arrow. Let's see. It looks like they have a lot of choices, so hopefully everyone is covered. I'll just choose Verizon here and save. So let's see now. I have my third email channel, number 1, and texting 2. And these are all automatically turned on when I created these channels. Now, these other channels here that I created before when I was just playing around with this, they're still there because once they're there, you can't make them go away. You can turn them off, but there's no deleting them. So just keep that in mind because you can end up with a really long list of channels like I have here. But again, like I said, you can turn them off. So to turn them off, let's see, I'm going to turn off my third email channel. Oops, there we go. And let's see, I'll leave my number 1 email and texting on. So that is notification channels and creating channels. So again, just remember that if your allow notifications is off, then these channels automatically turn off. So you want to keep that on. And if you want to create a new channel, just click that plus button there, and you can only use email or SMS. And if you use email, be sure to use a UNC email. So I'm going to move down now to notifications by category. So for this one, this create personal notification plus button here, that is actually not ready to be used yet. So we're going to skip that for today. And when it is ready, we promise to talk about it at a future webinar. So let's look at what we have here in the list for notifications by category. There's a lot of things here, but I just wanted to let you know that some of these things in the list are not actually what we think they would mean. For example, incident alert, you would think that this would alert you of incidents. But actually here, incident alert is something related to another module of, I think it's event management or something, that we haven't started using that yet. So how do you get to the ones that actually mean something to you? Well, remember the search notifications that I said we would come back to? Type in _ UNC and click, oh, you don't even have to click enter. Okay. And here we go, system notifications, approval request, catalog approval request. Let's just scroll down the list here. Changes assigned to me, incident closed, and so on. I don't want to go too fast. Task assigned. Okay. So I talked about incident alert on the other screen. So let's find, here we go, incidents assigned to my group. So let me click on that notification. And I can have it going to any of my channels. And right now it's going to my number 1 channel. And notice that some of these are grayed out a little bit lighter. Texting 2 is a little bit darker gray. And what this means is back in my notification channels on the other screen, I only had number 1 and texting 2 turned on. So therefore, I can only turn those on here. If I try to use, testing, and I try to click the switch over, it's not letting me do it. And that's just because back on the other screen, I have it turned off. And if I wanted to turn this on, I would just go back to that other screen, turn it on there, come back here and turn it on here. So I'm going to keep texting to off and just let notifications go to number 1 email regarding incidents assigned to my group. So that's how that works. Another neat thing is if you click on this arrow here next to your chosen notification channel, you get into applying conditions, which is really neat. You can actually schedule when you get those notifications. So if you happen to be watching a queue that week, but you don't watch it the next week and you don't want to be getting all of these emails, you can come here and set a schedule. So let's say I'm going to be watching the queue from 8 to 5. Currently, there was a question that came up on the original webinar. Where is the 8 to 5 schedule? It doesn't exist yet, but it will be. The team is working on it. So I'm going to choose this 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Anything outside of these hours, I will not receive a notification. You'll only receive during this time period. So if one comes in at 5:05 p.m., you will not get the notification. You'll still get the ticket in your ServiceNow, just not a notification about it. So I'm actually going to just click save. So Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, I want to be notified of incidents assigned to my group. That's what that means. Let's say, let me go back in here, that I'm not necessarily watching the queue, but I want to know when my associate vice chancellor submits an incident ticket to my group. And maybe it's not between 9 and 5. Maybe I want to know between the hours of 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday, or even Sunday through Thursday, whichever works for you. Well, how is it going to know to just send me notifications from a specific person? Skip this filter drop down here for now. We actually aren't using this yet, but go to the advanced filter and click on that. Whoop. Hello. Okay. And we scroll down. It says conditions. All of these conditions must be met. So I'm going to choose a field. I'm going to choose caller, and I can scroll through the list here, or I can just type it in the search. There we go. Caller is, and I'll plug in my associate vice chancellor's name. Here we go. So I want to be notified of tickets from Fran Dykstra, and I want to be notified of her tickets that are a priority of high or critical. Excellent. So now that means that Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., if this person submits a ticket to my group that's either a priority of high or critical, I will get the notification during the hours of 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. So with any of these notifications here in this list, and remember to find the big ones, the biggies, just type in _UNC in the search field. And for any of these, you can go ahead and turn on your notification. And remember, you can also then set some conditions. You don't have to, but you can. And that is it for the demonstration on notifications. So just to recap, we have notifications switch, the master switch, allow notifications. If you turn this on, your other ones will be on. If you turn this off, everything will be off. Notification channels, we just use 2, types, we use SMS and email. And remember, if you create one here, it'll always be there. You can just turn it off. And then notifications by category. This is when you can type in _UNC, and it'll give you a more comprehensive list here of notifications. And then you can also apply conditions to these notifications. Another way to turn off notifications would be if you receive an email, an actual email, and a notification email, that is, at the very bottom, some of them have a link to unsubscribe. You can also unsubscribe that way. We found that not all emails have that, so just keep an eye out. If your email has it and you don't want those anymore, just go ahead and click unsubscribe. So that is it for today. It was pretty short and sweet, and we'll be doing another webinar soon. I believe that one is going to be on approvals. If you have any questions, please always feel free to submit them and reach out to us and make sure you join the team site. So thanks everybody so much. Have a great day. Bye.